2025 was as tough a year as the west side of Lawton has ever seen for their beloved Eisenhower Eagles. A dismal 1-9 finish, second-half running clocks, lopsided defeats, and a struggling offense and defense had fans and alumni wondering how in the world would things ever get turned around. But this season, a coaching change, and not just any coaching change, has fans buzzing with hopeful energy. Eisenhower alum and former Eagle star running back Maurice Mayfield has taken the reins and vows to get things turned around for his once proud alma mater. A state champion himself in 1990, Coach Mo knows what it will take to get the job done, but only time will tell if he will be able to fully do it. Mayfield knows the challenge of turning things around for Eisenhower won't be easy, but says it starts with getting that West Side pride back in the community. And so the journey begins tonight, as it has so many times before, taking on a familiar foe from just across town, the Lawton High Wolverines. The game has meant so much over the years to this city, and tonight both teams look to start writing new chapters for their fans to talk and cheer about. We've waited 9 months, and the wait is finally over. It's the Lawton High Wolverines against the boys in red, white, and Columbia blue. Honty-Yo has got to go. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And welcome in, everybody, to Cameron Stadium here in Lawton, Oklahoma. This is Ike Eagle football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are happy to have you with us tonight for this big intra-city rivalry that we've played over 55 times in its history. We'll get to that a little bit later. A little tease there. But, again, glad that you are with us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We've got tons of action on OSN tonight. We had 4 games last night, including MacArthur, Midwest City, Jones, and for the first time on our network, the Anadarko Warriors in action. So welcome in. We've got 12 more teams in action tonight. So if you're on the app or you're watching on YouTube, you can bounce around from one game to the next. But we hope that you'll stay right here for most of it. As I mentioned, the kids in Columbia Blue taking on their heated crosstown rivals, Lawton High Wolverines. So want to introduce our broadcast team for this season. Over on camera, the fabulous Jason Scott, producer extraordinaire Braden Rogers, John Davis, which will be the last time we call him John Davis this year. It'll be JD from here on out, and of course I'm James Stanley. As I mentioned, a struggle last year for Eisenhower, 1-9 on the year, looking to get things turned around. Increased head count this year as Maurice Mayfield kind of went up and down the halls saying, hey, you look like you can play some football. Hey, you look like you can play some football. And so they increased their numbers and had a great summer practice, but it's going to be a long haul. So we'll see tonight what they can do to get things turned around on the west side. We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, I want to mention we'll continue countdown to kickoff. Brought to you by John and Cook's Barbecue since 1936. John and Cook's has been serving the best pit barbecue in southwest Oklahoma. From ribs that slide right off the bone to that tender pulled pork, John and Cook's is the spot for lunch or dinner. Stop by and see Lonzo and his team at 1310 Southwest 21st Street in Lawton. And remember, if it ain't brick, it ain't a pit. This is Countdown to Kickoff for Eisenhower football. We'll be right back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Arvest Bank, we believe homeownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put homeownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way. and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Again, happy to have you with us tonight. Cameron Stadium is the site for all the intra-city games this year. Ike and Lawton High tonight. Then Eisenhower and MacArthur will actually do battle next week here. And then the week after that, you'll have Lawton High take on MacArthur. So those are the Cameron games. Now, all the teams have got brand new fields. And we were looking forward to having all of the Eisenhower games at our new field this year. As you know, we had the last game of the season there, U.S. Grant, the 21-20 win for Ike in their season finale. But redoing the track over there, JD, and I think we may be stuck at Cameron all year.
It looks like that, but you know what? That could be a positive thing. You know, they come out here and they're used to the home field over here. It could be positive.
Yeah. Absolutely. They got familiarity with the field, and I will say a couple of the kids that we talked to during the summer camp that they had back, was early July, mid-July, when Eric and I went out there to visit with the coaches and kind of talk to some of the players. A couple of the players mentioned they actually like the surface here at Cameron a little bit better than they did the one at Eisenhower. Now, all the school surface is exactly the same. I'm sure it was the exact same company that put all of them in. But so Lawton High and Eisenhower, I think, or Lawton High and MacArthur, are going to get to play all of their games on their new kind of on-campus fields. And it looks like us Westsiders are going to have to wait one more season to do that. But we'll see. You never know. Things could be finished by the time the season ends, and maybe we'll get one or two over there. But you see the teams warming up. Eisenhower's still out on the field. They came out a little bit later than Lawton High did. Lawton High's already retired to the locker room. Go over final game plans. So interesting note for Lawton High tonight. We will talk about them for a second. Their quarterback transfer from Blanchard by way of Southmore. Noah Smith, an OU commit, JD, at quarterback. Pretty good arm. Southmore, they kind of had him running a little bit of a run-style offense, which not necessarily suited to his strengths. So he transferred to Blanchard because of a fallout with Coach Lorenzo Williams, who is now Lawton High's head coach. And so now you find Noah Smith reuniting with Lorenzo at Lawton High for his last year of high school. So he's got a lot on the line this season as he's committed to the University of Oklahoma to play quarterback. And, of course, you'll probably see no shortage of offensive coaches for OU in and around Lawton High practices and Lawton High games this year.
Well, you know, I watched some of the practices out at Eisenhower, and their quarterback he's a gunslinger.
Yeah.
He is a gunslinger, and you know, you said last year that they had a bad season. Well, you know what? This is a new season. They look like they've got a lot more discipline this year, and they look like they're really fired up this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, they're still really young. They had a lot of freshmen play last year. I mean, if you look at their roster this year, there's a smattering of seniors on the team and a couple juniors here and there. But, I mean, within the starting lineup for offense and defense, it's over half sophomores. So they're a young team on the up and come. Last year, Tellis Weaver, one of their running backs, had a fantastic season running the football, at least towards the end of the year, finally able to get some things going. He was only a freshman last year. So they've got him for 3 more years potentially if they can keep him on campus. But Aiden Herron, the sophomore, is going to get the nod at quarterback, 5'9" sophomore, 153, number 12. So that's going to be Eisenhower's starting quarterback tonight. And, of course, Noah Smith, the OU commit, facing off against the Eagles on the other side. So we'll have the keys to the game later on in the John and Cook's countdown to kickoff as the band comes out onto the field. And, I find it interesting now these days that the bands, they don't wear those hot polyester uniforms anymore. And listen, it's a much more organized sight when they're in the, the old school band uniforms. But, man, it's August, and I don't half blame them for being in T-shirts and shorts. It's 100 degrees, and, it is what it is. It's not going to keep them from playing the tuba any better or worse than they would.
Well, it beats the big white, fluffy water buffalo hats they used to wear back in the days.
That's true. I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of that. I'm a fan of that old school band uniform. But as I mentioned, you want to keep the kids comfortable. You don't want anybody passing out while you're playing on the field. So, again, we'll have the starting lineups coming up for you. We'll have the coin toss, the national anthem. Whole lot more to get to on John and Cook's countdown to kickoff. This is Eisenhower Football. We'll be right back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Please welcome to the 50-yard line the Eisenhower High School color guard, commanding in national colors, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Mariah McDaniel, state colors, Cadet Major Skylar Lindley, school colors, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Wyatt McCormick, Senior Rifleman Cadet Second Lieutenant Michael Riley, and Junior Rifleman Cadet Corporal Ina Soto. welcome. The banner is being presented by the choirs and orchestras and bands from Eisenhower, Lawton High, and MacArthur. Would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, Pay Me Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. Pay Me Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
At Liberty National Bank, we know success takes teamwork. We take pride in our roots and in supporting the communities we serve. Our personalized approach means we focus on your financial goals every step of the way, because when our customers succeed, our whole community wins. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you by Johnny Cook's Barbecue. Since 1936, Johnny Cook's has been serving the best pit barbecue in Southwest Oklahoma. Stop by for lunch or dinner. 1310 Southwest 21st Street in Lawton. And remember, if it ain't a brick, it ain't a pit. Just at John & Cook's about 2 weeks ago. And man, those ribs are those ribs are unbelievable.
Them ribs fall off the bone.
Oh, they're so good. Goodness. They're so good, Lonzo. Those guys know what they're doing. They've been doing. You wouldn't be open for 90 years doing anything, if you didn't do it as well or better than anybody around. And John & Cook's definitely does that. So, JD, pretty cool performance with Star Spangled Banner. All three bands. Not sure why MacArthur was represented tonight. I guess that was planned in advance. But all three schools out there for the to perform the national anthem, and sounded really good.
You know what, James? I don't care who's playing the national anthem. It's still the most beautiful song in the world.
It truly is. There's no doubt about it, and I love that. Love that we still celebrate it in this country like we do. So, as both teams are still waiting to come out, you've got the cheerleaders and pom and pep bands and students lined up. Here come the captains. Right now, we're going to go over the schedule for Eisenhower this year. We'll let you guys take a look at that. So we've got 5 non-district games this year, including tonight against Lawton High, because 6A2 just isn't as populated as 6A1 at the top. It's really top-heavy in 6A. So starting off is obviously Lawton High tonight. Next week, MacArthur will be right back here at Cameron Stadium at 7 p.m. for that game, 6:30 for John & Cook's countdown to kickoff. Then we travel on the road, actually, for the first time. Next week is technically a road game, but we'll be in the exact same spot we're in right now. After that, we head to Duncan. So a road trip, but not a terrible one.
Well, anytime you go to Halliburton Stadium, it's a tough place to play, and I think the Eagles are going to have a test, but I think they'll prevail.
Well, my youngest son plays football, and we went to Duncan last week for his game on Saturday, and I'll tell you, the team that they went up against, the 6th grade Duncan team, is a heck of a team, and they've already got some pretty decent size. So if that's any indication of what the high school team looks like, then they might be pretty good. So any game on the schedule this year, considering the struggles that Eisenhower had last year, is going to be a good game. But I think there are some winnable games this year, and I think if things have improved like we hope they have, then be in these contests and you have a chance to win them. Week after next, we go to Altus. That's going to be on September 18th. So Bulldogs this year without Jamin Reed, the quarterback, who now is quarterbacking the Jones Longhorns up in 2A, led Altus to the playoffs last year, and then his father accepted a job at Muskogee as the offensive coordinator, try and get him a little more talent to work with. And then the head coaching spot at Jones became open, so now Jamin, the quarterback at Jones, and we won't have to face him at Altus. And then we're on the road at PC West, who we did not play last year on the September 25th. And then back home, and man, am I looking forward to this one. I am looking forward to this one. Been looking forward to a rematch since 1992. State championship game, 13-0 lead for the Eagles heading into the fourth quarter. Tyrell Peters and the Norman Tigers scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth period, and they took it 14-3 that day. And then we come home, take on PC North, back on the road to take on PC North. That's October 9th. Back home against Piedmont. Back home against Piedmont. We'll have to get this fixed. Anyway, we got Piedmont on 10-15. Bye week the next week, the week of the 23rd, and then Putnam City Original. They'll be here, and then Choctaw will be here. So MacArthur's a road game, Duncan is a road game, Altus is a road game, PC West is a road game. We have 4 straight road games. Norman is a home game, PC North is a road game, and then the last 3 are home games. I have this memorized. The graphic is incorrect, but the schedule brought to you by the Orchard Group by Morgan Stanley. The key to financial success is taking care of your family tree. For more information, please visit their team or website or call 580-354-7475. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. So in case you haven't joined us yet, or for those of you who don't join until 7 o'clock, we'll go over the schedule again in just a little bit later on, probably towards the end in the fourth quarter, just to kind of recap. But Again, 5 non-district games this year. Lawton High, Altus, Duncan, MacArthur, Norman. And that's it.
And James, while you were reading the schedule off, Eisenhower won the toss and has elected to receive.
Well, I think that's I think that's going to be the strategy for Eisenhower this year. You want the ball. Mo wants to control the clock. He wants to go downhill, power football. Let's win at the line of scrimmage. Let's be tough. Let's run it. You've got a big back in Tellis Weaver who can handle that kind of, punishing running style. And you see Lawton High coming onto the field in their all whites.
I think I would rather, as my opinion, would rather have some receive the football so you can shove it down their throats and let them think about hey, these guys are for real.
I think it's important for Eisenhower to get off to a good start. I agree with you. Offensively, I think, like I said, they want to control tempo. And, Lawton High's going to do everything they can to stop him as quickly as possible. They want to put Noah Smith and that offense on the field, and they want to go to work. So it's going to be rough. But waiting on Eisenhower to come out of the tunnel.
It's definitely going to be a humdinger.
Yeah, either way. JD has a fantastic trivia question coming for you guys later on in the show as well, having to do with this rivalry. I was a little surprised when I saw the stats on it, the numbers on it. We'll have that for you here in just a little bit.
Well, James, I've been coming to the Lawton High Eisenhower game since 1977, so I love this game.
Yeah, it's been fun. You and I are both Eisenhower graduates. A lot of great memories in this stadium. A lot of great memories watching our team play. You've got some reunion folks in the stadium that the PA announcer said, class of 1996 here. I graduated in 95. I had my reunion on this weekend last year, a year ago. I can't believe that's already a year ago, but here we are again. So.
And James, look at the Eagles. They are fired up.
Absolutely. They're ready to go. As I mentioned, there was a couple games last year where they only traveled 40 players. And now you look down on the field, and they've got, mid-70s, getting close to 80. So Maurice has really turned the attitudes of a lot of the students around. He's gotten a lot more kids to come out and give this thing a shot and see if they can, provide some help and provide some talent on the football field. And listen, you and I both know playing high school athletics those are life lessons learned. They're camaraderie and friends you'll make for a lifetime and memories that you'll never forget. So,
and I believe that if Eisenhower had more people last year, they wouldn't have been so tired, having to play both sides of the ball all the time.
Well, that's true. That's true. Let's go over the starting lineups real quick for the Eisenhower Eagles. On offense, as previously mentioned, number 4, Tellis Weaver, running back, 226-pound sophomore. Also at running back, number 7, Rico Watkins. Wide receiver, number 8, Jaden Turner. Also at another receiver, number 18, Samuel Leslie. Number 12, the quarterback, Aiden Herron, sophomore. Offensive lineman, Leighton Haying. Jason Seiler, Zaire Mitchell, Omar Phillips, Antonio Pantoja, and, of course, the big man, Tyler Shootman, number 76, 318-pound senior. He'll be one to keep an eye on as we get close to kickoff. Defensively, we'll go over when Eisenhower is prepared to take over on that side of the ball. But here we come.
If you look at the average on Eisenhower, it's about 250 pounds of beef on that offensive line.
Yeah. A lot more sizable than they were last year. JD, your kickoff brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Cheeseburger baskets, some of the best sweet tea and cherry limeade in town. 2 locations, Southwest Sheridan Road, 6810 Northwest Cash Road. Hey, everybody. Let's go to Wayne's.
I love their corn dogs.
Their fish and chips is really good.
They are.
You wouldn't think that a drive-in in Southwest Oklahoma would have great fish, but they do. Here comes the kick return. And Lawton High makes the tackle as Eisenhower returns the kick out to the 32-yard line.
Seemed like that whole right side collapsed.
So Eisenhower's got 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. Split backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Aiden Herron. Rico Watkins in motion. There's the give up the middle. Churning those legs is Tellis Weaver, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards out to the 37.
Did you see that hole that the guard and tackle created for him to get that many yards?
Yeah, he shot through there. Now, the linebackers did a good job pursuing, but not until he'd already – they didn't make contact until he was, 4 yards upfield. Here we go, 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. We'll do our best to keep the time for you. It's hard to see on the screen as the sun is shining right at the scoreboard. On that east side, here comes Weaver again. Give over the middle, still on his feet. Now they're going to call him down. They're going to say his knee was down. But they're going to give him, let's see. Okay, they're going to give him about 2 yards.
Football 101, James. Always keep your feet moving and your legs moving, and you'll get there.
Tellis Weaver absolutely does that. So pickup of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Eisenhower. Desperately seeking a 1st down to keep the ball, keep that clock moving, and keep their drive alive. There's the give. Chapman scoots left side, swinging his feet, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. Rico Watkins, fantastic carry over the left side and picks up an Eisenhower 1st down, and that is exactly what head coach Maurice Mayfield wanted on this first possession for the Eagles.
Once again, between that guard and tackle, they're blowing the holes open for him.
Listen, in football, there's a rule, and if something's working for you, you keep doing it until they stop you. There's Watkins in motion again. Again, the give to Weaver. Strong running. He's going to cross the 45. And they'll spot him just inside that 45-yard line. So not much of a gain, maybe 1 yard. We're going to mark it almost at the 46-yard line.
That was a good tackle by the Wolverine linebacker.
First quarter sponsor tonight, your Lawton Fraternal Order of Police, the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 98, and the Lawton Police Officers Association proudly serve the Lawton community each day and proudly support all of our community athletics. We thank them for being one of our quarter sponsors this year. Give to Weaver up the middle. He's churning. Lawton High trying to gang tackle him. That's only going to be a pickup of about 1.5. They need to get to the 47 of Lawton High for the 1st down.
James, that O-line's pretty much pushing Lawton High back on the carries.
Listen, this is JD, this is impressive. You didn't see a whole lot of this last year. Just let's be up front. Braden, you were in the booth with me last year. This is you're another Eisenhower grad. This is impressive stuff on this first drive. So Herron's going to keep it, rolls around to the right side, hit hard, stays on his feet. He's going to be shy of the 1st down by about 4 yards. So we'll see what Coach Maurice Mayfield's going to do, and he's not going to mess around with it. We're going to punt. So a 1st down gained.
And he was just a shoestring tackle away from breaking that for
That was close. That was close. Good tackle, good defense by the Wolverines. And the punt is rolling, going to take an Eagle bounce, and Eisenhower's finally going to down it on the 23-yard line. So here is your first chance to see Lawton High quarterback and University of Oklahoma commit Noah Smith. As Eisenhower will put their defense on the field, let's see what the Lawton High Wolverines offense has in store for the Eagles. Oh, 1st and 10 for Lawton High. They swing the pass out into the flat. Cuts up the middle. That's going to be good enough for a first down. On first down.
You know, Noah Smith tried to draw the Eagles offside, but that's where that discipline comes in I was talking about.
Quovon Costin, the recipient of that pass, cuts it up, so Eisenhower's going to have to watch the flats. A little confusion from Lawton High. Now everybody's getting lined up where they should be. 2 receivers to Noah Smith's right, 1 to his left. Now here comes the motion man, the give, and they're going to swing it around the left side. Great blocking. Eisenhower in pursuit, but they're not going to catch him until he's out at the 50-yard line. Now that's going to be another first down pickup for the Wolverines.
That was great pursuit by the Eagles.
Good blocking on that outside, but the second tier for Eisenhower did a good job to get over there. Defensive end got pinned in a little bit for Eisenhower. Good misdirection by the Wolverines. So we got 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 1 back to Smith's left, trips to his right, takes the snap. He's going to look. He's being pursued, gets rid of it late. And there's going to be a flag thrown in the backfield, and from the looks of things, they're going to get the Eisenhower defender with a personal foul, I'm guessing.
You got a late hit, roughing the passer?
That's what it looks like. Now, I will say that's the first penalty of the game for either team. Eisenhower was decimated with penalties last year. Undisciplined group, and that's something you just can't have. You made a good defensive effort. You know, you got penetration on Noah Smith. You had a defender come up and make a great tackle in the open field. You got a decent stop on first down. And then you put them inside the 30 all the way down to the 26-yard line. An automatic first down. And those are the kinds of mistakes you can't afford to make this year if you're Eisenhower. Now Noah Smith's going to look over to the sideline and get the actual play. So 2 receivers each side, 1 back to his left. Now he's going to move to his right. Eisenhower shifting their defensive personnel, making some last-minute adjustments. There's a snap. Good coverage. Ball deflected, just a little bit overthrown. So good defense from Eisenhower. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
The Eagle defenders really did a great job defending that pass.
Well, you had a a hat on everybody that was out, in route. So that's all you can ask for. Just a little bit too far for the outstretched hands of the receiver there from Noah Smith. There's the give up the middle. Big hole. Legs churning inside the 20. He's going to be down to the 19-yard line. That's a gain of 7. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for Lawton High. Eisenhower, John, or JD would do well to potentially hold Lawton High to a field goal here.
That would be a positive in their corner. I think it would be saying a lot about the defense.
Lawton Gilfeffen coming in for defense for Eisenhower. Also into the game, number 28, Malik Smith for the Eagles. So here we go, 3rd and 3. High snap, direct snap to the running back. Eisenhower comes over to make the tackle. It's going to be awfully close. I think they're marking him just shy. He's going to be about half a yard short of the first down. And my guess is Lawton High is not going to waste time going for a field goal. They're probably going to line up and go for it here on 4th and 1. More like 4th and half a yard, really.
Well, James, the Eisenhower defense bird dogged that out and really swarmed him.
They did. That was great pursuit. We got a timeout on the field, so we'll take it with them. You're watching Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Plans 2. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
That Eisenhower timeout brought to you by Ace Hardware, your West Side Ace Hardware, 6902 Northwest Cache Road in Lawton, has what you need to make any outdoor occasion the talk of the neighborhood. From grills and grilling supplies to lawn equipment and tools, Ace is your place to find exactly what you're looking for at the right price. 4th down and 1 as the Eagles take a timeout to get everything set up. High snap, they're going to go direct snap again. Pursuit on the outside, but he makes it around the corner inside the 10, 5. Knocked out of bounds, but not before he reaches the end zone, and that is a Lawton High touchdown. And the Wolverines strike first and take a 6-0 lead, pending the extra point here in the first quarter. Brought to you by the Fraternal Order of Police. JD, that was frustrating because they read it. They read it. Listen, fact of the matter is, that was just a great run by Lawton High. Eisenhower knew what they needed to do. They were where they were supposed to be. He just made an athletic play and bounced it outside. Joseph Simpson, the running back for Lawton High, receiver. They had him lined up in the backfield, but he took the direct snap, started it up the middle, cut it out to the left, and JD takes it all the way in for the touchdown.
I think if Eisenhower got there a little bit earlier, it would have been good.
So the 2-point try by Lawton High is good. So they take an 8-0 lead.
Well, but that's okay because now their defense knows what to expect from Lawton High.
Well, they made some good plays, and quite frankly, you gave them a first down, on a 3rd down and 3 play that they had a chance to get off the field. On a first down play where they were in good pursuit. But nonetheless, 8-0 Lawton High. That's the score. We'll take a timeout. Eisenhower will get the ball on the kickoff when we come back. This is Ike Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
For over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, along with JD, John Davis. My name is James Stanley. Happy to have you with us tonight. Lawton High, Eisenhower, Week 1 in high school football here in the state of Oklahoma. We are at Cameron Stadium, coming to you live. So Lawton High takes it 74 yards for the touchdown, and here's the kick. Here's the return from Eisenhower. They keep going and met with contact, but not after he gets out. They're going to mark him right about at the 31-yard line. So good return from Eisenhower, good field position. And that's where Eisenhower will start their second possession of this first half. Now, Ike elected to receive, so Lawton High will get the ball to start the second quarter. That kickoff brought to you by Wayne's. 2 locations in Lawton since 1950. Wayne's Drive-In. Fantastic drinks, fish and chips, burgers, pizza, chili cheese fries. You can't beat it.
Don't forget the corn dogs.
Don't forget the corn dogs. I'm not a fan of corn dogs. But if you say that theirs are good there, so I'll take your word for it. I like hot dogs. I'm just not a fan of the stuff on the outside. But nonetheless, bad snap, low snap, great penetration. And just like that, Eisenhower loses. See where they mark it. Now, they didn't. They gave him forward progress up to the 25. So that is a 6-yard loss because of the low snap. Although Aiden Herron didn't have much of a chance, JD, on that. I don't know if even a good snap would have.
Well, with a defense like Lawton High's, you can't make mistakes like that.
Second and 16. So Herron gives wrong way. Nice run around the right side. They're going to get a lot of it back. Rico Watkins takes it around the right side, so he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So this is going to bring up third and very manageable for Eisenhower. So good run by Rico Watkins, and excellent job for Eisenhower to get themselves in a third and manageable here. Third down, still an 8 to go, but another low snap. Herron's just going to have to try and make something happen. He's going to throw that ball out of bounds. He doesn't want to lose anything else. And now we got a flag in the backfield. We'll see who this is on.
Maybe a holding.
Personal foul on Lawton High. So that'll move the chains for Eisenhower. Hey, look, we'll take it. We gave them one. We'll take it right back, I promise you. High school football, they do not announce who the personal fouls were on, so it was just on Lawton High, and we'll leave it at that. So Eisenhower's going to have first down from midfield. We'll see if they can get that running game going. You know, despite the mishaps on snapping the ball, Herron's still on the shotgun. 5'9" sophomore takes the snap. Another low snap. This time, again, around the left end, Rico Watkins going to pick up positive yardage out to the 48-yard line. I'll bring up second down and 8 for Ike.
Well, at least some of these broken plays are turning into positive yards. That's a good thing for the Eagles.
Well, they've got some athleticism in the backfield to be able to do that. Obviously, with Tellis Weaver, and Rico Watkins has already put his speed on display tonight, JD. So, high school football, you don't line up much under center, so we're going to have to work out this snap issue. There's a good one. Give to Weaver up the middle. He keeps the legs churning. He's going to get it inside the 45-yard line, down to about the 44.
What a great block by the center and the tackle.
He was right through that A-gap on the right side. They're going to say he's still about 5 yards short. That looked like he got inside the 45 to me, but they're saying he's just shy of the 45. Weaver again in the backfield. There's a snap. The give. Not fooled at all. And a fumble on the play. So a turnover for Eisenhower as Tellis Weaver puts it on the deck. Lawton High comes away with it, and they're going to have fantastic field position for their second possession.
Had an Eisenhower Eagle slow to get up. Hope it's just a cramp or something and nothing major.
Yeah, that was Weaver. Your do-it-all sophomore running back. I think his heart is probably more hurt than he is on that You never want to fumble and put your team in a bad position. So Noah Smith and the Lawton High offense back on the field. Here in this first quarter, brought to you by the Lawton Fraternal Order of Police. Proudly serving the Lawton community each day and proudly support all of our community athletics. It's the Lawton Fraternal Order of Police, lodge number 98. So Eisenhower showing blitz on the left side. They're going to come with it. Noah Smith's going to air it out. That ball is deep. He's got a man. It's caught in stride. Somersaults down to the 3-yard line. What a great pass by Noah Smith. Had the defender beat by at least 5 yards into the outstretched hands.
I got to say, James, that receiver ran a great route.
That's Nijon Polk. Great catch by Polk. Good throw by Smith. And Lawton High threatening again. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left in this first quarter here at Cameron Stadium. To give up the middle for the Wolverines, and that was too easy. Well, Lawton High takes a 14 to nothing lead. Pending the extra point, we'll see if they go for two again or send a kicker out onto the field. JD, really important for the Eagles right now to not get down on themselves. I mean, they've been moving the football on offense. They've had some success. Haven't completed a pass yet, but they've had success moving the ball on the ground. You had the kick blocked. So the score will stay 14-0 as the extra point no good. So,
and James, like you were saying, you can't help but think of, oh no, not again. But, there's plenty of football left in this game.
Tons of football. That's a great point, JD. As Eisenhower blocks the extra point, so there's a timeout on the field. We will take it right with them. You're watching Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
My name is Mike Chumley. When I bought this vehicle from Billingsley Ford in July of 2020, and in 5 years and 9 months, it rolled over 1 million miles on it. Whenever I walk back into the Billingsley dealership, it's absolutely making me feel like family here. 1 million miles later, and that's the Billingsley way.
That's a Billingsley way.
Welcome back to Eagle Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Along with JD, I'm James Stanley. Happy to have you with us. 14-0 Lawton High in the first quarter. About 2:28 left. Eventually, we'll be able to see the scoreboard a little bit. It is 2:28. Sun's starting to set, but it's still shining on that scoreboard. So Lawton High gets set to kick off. Eisenhower will get ready to start their third offensive possession of the game. Trailing by 2 touchdowns, as JD mentioned before we went to break. Lots of football left to play. No reason to hang your head at all. Like I said, you've had some success on offense. You've done well running the football. You just got to maybe open the offense up a little bit. And you got to stack that line on defense. Lawton High's had much too much success just running right up the gut. In the first 2-point conversion and then that touchdown run. And that's a short kickoff. Takes a strange hop. Eisenhower's got to get on it. You got to get on it, and they do. Right about the 21.5, 22-yard line. So short kick, oftentimes, JD, those could be the most dangerous.
Well, I'm not real sure that he might have just let it go and, take their loss. That could have been a fumble and could have been a Wolverine touchdown or ball again. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And any kickoff is a live ball anyway, so you got to jump on it for sure.
Exactly.
Tellus Weaver slides onto the field late. He went off injured after fumbling on that last drive, but he's back in. That's good to see. There's a handoff up the middle. Another great run for the Eagles up to the 30-yard line, so that's going to get him close to a first down.
I think I'm going to coin the phrase for him is churn, baby, churn.
That was number 24, Chadwick Anderson, so that's his first carry tonight.
It is.
He looked really good running the ball.
Boy, it's churning and burning.
He was. Right around that left end. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I'll take it all night. Here we go. All right, second down and 1 for Eisenhower right here. So a chance for the Eagles to get a first down. Going to get close back to the line of scrimmage. You're not going to give him much more than that. So good pursuit on that right side by the Lawton High defense, and Eisenhower's going to come up short. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. He bounced it outside, JD. It looked like he was going to have room enough to pick up that 1-yard line, and Lawton High they were right there.
They had a lot of good speed for Lawton High. All these athletes, both teams, great speed.
Now, likely you're not going to be on the field if you don't have it.
Exactly.
Now the officials stop play, looking at something on an Eisenhower player's leg. I don't know, equipment issue or. Looks like we're set and ready to go. So we'll try this again. Clock moving, under a minute to go. The give to Weaver, he is going to be short. Can only reach the ball back to the line, and again, Eisenhower comes up short, and what is Coach Mayfield going to do here? Your defense hasn't had a lot of success. You've been able to run the ball a little bit, but you haven't even attempted a pass yet, so.
Maybe a quarterback keeper.
4th and 1. They're going to keep the offense on the field. They're on their own 30-yard line. And Eisenhower's going to call a timeout and talk about it. So we'll take it with him. You're watching Eisenhower football, 4th and 1 when we come back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you're someone who feels anxious or scared about going to the dentist, you're not alone. We're here to make sure you feel completely comfortable every step of the way. And at our office, we believe in treating more than just teeth. We focus on you as a person. And with sedation dentistry, you can experience the care you need without fear and without pain. And with sedation dentistry, we can make your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We've got 1 second left in this first quarter. Brought to you by the Lawton Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge number 98. Proudly serving the community each day. Support all of our community athletics. So Eisenhower still huddled over on the sideline. As the band plays the fight song, trying to cheer him on. Lawton High's ready to defend. And we were all talking here as a crew during the break that Eisenhower missed an opportunity to snap the ball when Lawton High was just over huddled up. I mean, there was no timeout called yet. You could have just snapped it, and who knows, Tellus Weaver might still be running halfway to Duncan by now, but they're going to go for it right here. Or maybe a quick punt, who knows. Nope, they're going to take the direct snap, and he's going to be close.
I think he's got it.
Oh, he's going to be awfully close. They got to give it to him, and they did. Wow. What a gutsy call. Oh, are they going to measure? No, they did give it to him. So what a gutsy call by head coach Maurice Mayfield. Listen, your defense has struggled a little bit. You've turned the ball over, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So like I was saying, you've turned the ball over. Hey, sometimes you got to take chances. That one definitely worked out. So great call by the Eagle coaching staff. That's the end of the first quarter. We'll come back with quarter number 2 and a first down and 10 for the Eagles. This is Ike Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? H2 Health can help. At H2 Health, formerly Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a program individualized for you with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let H2 Health get you back in the game. Start now at h2healthoklahoma.com. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Welcome back to Eagle Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Happy to have you with us. Want to remind you, make sure and download our free app. Find it on your Apple and Android devices. It's free to download, free to watch. 16 schools on the network this year, plus OSN 1. Search Oklahoma Sports Network today and watch. You watch at home, take us on the road. Download us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or simply search Oklahoma Sports Network on your YouTube app at home and watch us on the big screen. Second quarter brought to you by Muller Family Dentistry. Muller Dentistry is your hometown dentist serving the dental needs of families since 2003. Go Eagles! Rob, a friend of mine, appreciate him sponsoring a quarter for Eisenhower this year. 1993 grad, I believe, JD, so in between you and I. First down carry for Eisenhower as we move into the second quarter.
That's a little bit far from me. I was class of 79, so I'm giving away my age here.
No gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 10. Heron the give. Up the middle. Is going to bounce it out to the right side. Trying to get outside. Oh, just a shoestring tackle by Lawton High. And you got to be fast to catch Rico Watkins in wide open space like that, but that's exactly what the Lawton High defender did. So a gain of about 3 on the play.
It looked like he might have slipped a little bit.
Going to bring up third down and 7 for Eisenhower. They need to get out to the 41-yard line for the first down, and the ball is marked just shy of the 33-yard line. Heron drops back. Drops back. He's just going to get rid of it. Didn't have anybody and not looking to take a sack on third down and make fourth down even worse.
I'm not real sure, James, but I think maybe that sun might have got into his eyes.
Well, I'm going to choose to believe that he threw that ball away because he threw it almost into the stands. So I think he saw the defender coming, didn't really have a receiver to throw to. I will say this, though, JD, in your defense on that. Oh, right into the Lawton High defender. That was a disaster from the get-go. But great hustle on the play, and Eisenhower tackles them before they can reach the end zone. So no give up there from the Eagles, which is what you want to see. But a bobble on the snap, and there's flags all over the field.
Did the kicker tackle him?
I believe he did.
Well, that was great hustle by the kicker. You don't see that too often.
The block in the back on Lawton High, so that's going to move them back. A great penetration by Lawton High. The punter wasn't set up very far behind the line of scrimmage. That looked more like the distance if you were going to do one of those little pooch punts where the quarterback will take kind of a deep shotgun and then he'll just grab it and kick it on a fourth down if he No, Eisenhower's going to take their third timeout already of this half, so they don't have any left.
And James, I wonder if Coach Moe was actually thinking about the kicker throwing the ball and to change his mind and kicked the ball and it was blocked.
Yeah, you never know. We'll never know, but we'll take a timeout as there's a timeout on the field. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
For more than 70 years, we've been a part of Southwest Oklahoma's story, sharing every step forward and every stage of life, with people who understand that sometimes healing takes more than medicine. Introducing Memorial Health System of Southwest Oklahoma, a new generation of future-focused health and human-centered care.
Welcome back to Eagle Football. Here in the second quarter, 10:28 to go. First down for Lawton High after the block punt. Noah Smith hit. That's going to be overthrown, and they're going to hit a flag called on Eisenhower in the secondary. I don't know if they're going to get defensive holding or pass interference. I didn't see much, JD, on that for.
I think he got a pass interference on him.
We'll wait for the defensive holding call. So 5 yards, and there'll be an automatic first down. So good penetration by Eisenhower on the defensive line. Almost got to Noah Smith for the sack, but Smith able to get rid of it, and then to add insult to injury, Eisenhower picks up the penalty in the secondary, but only a 5-yarder, so we'll set up first down and 9 to go. Basically first down and goal from the 9. Lawton High leads 14-0 here in the second quarter. Brought to you by Muller Family Dentistry. Smith into shotgun. Now he looks back to the sideline for the play. Smith back to pass. He is being heavily pressured, and he is going to go down. Great pursuit by the Eisenhower defense, and they tackle him back outside the 20-yard line. And, of course, there's a flag right where he was dropped.
What a great pursuit by the Eagle defense. My goodness.
Oh, they called intentional grounding on Noah Smith, so tries to get rid of the ball before the sack and could not get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. He was outside the pocket, but there's a two-pronged way, JD, that you can get called for intentional grounding. You've got to be outside the pocket, and you've got to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. Noah Smith did not do that. So loss of down makes it second down and 27. So Lawton High has to get into the end zone, and all of a sudden they're outside the 25-yard line as the Eisenhower defender trying to come off the field like he was in a track sprint. And then Lawton High delays the offensive play anyway. So here comes Lawton High again. Great pursuit, a great broken tackle, and he's got room to run, cuts back inside, and he's across the end zone. So over pursuing on the outside by the defensive back after the defensive line got pressure. And Quovon Costin into the end zone again for Eisenhower, so he is having himself a heck of the night. And that makes the score 20, Lawton High, nothing so far for Eisenhower on offense.
To wonder how Noah Smith got that off. He was under a lot of pressure.
He was. He stood in there a lot. I mean, the last couple drives, JD, Eisenhower's put a bunch of pressure on him on defense, but he's been able to wiggle out of it. No, Noah Smith still on the field for Lawton High, and after that last extra point attempt, I don't blame him. Looks like Lawton High will go for 2 here, and over to Noah Smith. Had a unique play there, and the 2-point conversion good. So Lawton High leads 22-0 here in the second quarter. 10:05 to go. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Freshly prepared, toasted, and stacked with flavor. From the hearty meatball to the bold Italian, Firehouse subs are crafted to satisfy and made to order. Protein packed with a half pound of meat on our large specialty subs, like our tender brisket, wood smoked low and slow for at least 8 hours. Do you know how hard it is for a firefighter to let something smoke for that long? When you're founded by firefighters, doing things the right way is kind of the only way. Firehouse subs.
Welcome back. This is Eagle Football on OSN. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter and stay up to date on where we will be everywhere. You'll find articles, photos, and a whole lot more. It's free to subscribe at oksportsnet.com. You can find OSN on all social media platforms as well. You can like, share, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can also find us again at oksportsnet.com. So Lawton High leads 22-0 here. 10:05 left in the second quarter. Brought to you by Muller Family Dentistry. We have an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, it looks like, being called. So Lawton High is going to be kicking this thing from... Oh, did we miss that? So there's an unsportsmanlike penalty called on the 2-point conversion after we all thought it was good. I don't know how we missed that, but both teams went to the sidelines as if they were going to kick off, and then all of a sudden we come back ready for the kickoff. Well, now they're going to kick the extra point. That's Adrian Dominguez for Lawton High. He's going to attempt this kick. Now, I saw him punting in the pregame. The kid's got a leg. Does it look like your typical kicker? But there's one right down the middle, and it's good. So, good for that young man. And so, 21-0 now, Lawton High.
You know, I watched him during pregame, and he was kicking good 30-yard field goals.
Yeah. Oh, he was punting 50, 55 yards in the air. He's got a heck of a leg. All right, so Eisenhower looks to regroup here as they're about to take the kickoff. Down 21. Had some success, only a couple of passes attempted, but really not even attempted. He's dropped back, Heron has, and then just kind of thrown it away. But the field is completely in shadows now. So, should be, regardless of what direction, well, sun shining still on the Eisenhower players there, you can see, ready to receive the kickoff. But, give it about 5-10 minutes of actual time. They should be able to try and throw the ball down the field without that sun right in your eyes. Lawton High will kick from the 40. Number 31, Angel Martinez, the Lawton High kicker. He's ready. Eisenhower returns a good return. All the way out past the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 38. So good field position for the Eagles.
Great field position. Kind of a little pooch kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, none of Lawton High's kickoffs have really done a whole lot. That kickoff obviously brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Sissy cheeseburger and a cherry limeade. Hey, everybody, let's go to Wayne's. After the game, still open. Open late on Friday and Saturday night. Still have time to slide in and grab the drink of your choice. So Eisenhower 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. Now running back in motion to give up the middle, and that's going to lose 2 yards. Lawton High ready for that, and they're starting to kind of figure out what Eisenhower's looking to do in the run game on offense, so we're going to have to figure out some alternative plans if they want to keep gaining ground. 9:35 and counting left here in the second quarter. Weaver swung out low by Heron. No chance for Tellis Weaver to catch that.
The pass was there. It was just a little off.
Yeah, third going to be 3rd and 12 for the Eagles. Going to try that same play again. No, they fake it. Now Heron's going to run back around the left side. Not a lot of place to run. Lawton High sniffed that out from the get-go as soon as he turned. Good pursuit by the Wolverines, so Eisenhower is going to be forced into a 4th and 10. I'm going to have to punt the football away. Last time was an adventure, and we'll see if we can get one off clean this time.
Punter's not very deep.
No, again, not very deep. And that, I mean, much better protection that time. And the punt takes an Eisenhower bounce. Going to be fielded by Lawton High. He's going to give it a go. Gets a couple yards before being forced out. So that's where Lawton High will take over right around their own 43-yard line.
That's a pretty good punt. I think it went about 40 yards.
And mark it at the 42. And we'll keep it right here. Pretty good crowd tonight. As you can hear the band in action, both sides. You can see Lawton High, the visiting side, pretty full over there. Not quite what it used to be. I don't think anybody would argue with that. When we were in high school, you could the grass was covered with fans. I mean, you couldn't see. There wasn't a seat to be had on either side. You had people standing up by the railing. I mean, the true meaning of standing room only. This was the event in town, one of the events in town every year. Lawton High and Eisenhower football. So Noah Smith in shotgun. There's the give. He's going to fake it. He keeps it around the left side. Fooled the Eisenhower defense. He's taking it inside the 30, and he's going to be tackled down at the 27-yard line. So faked the handoff up the middle, then he kept it. Bootleg around to his left. Great gain by the Lawton High quarterback.
And he just followed his blockers.
Yeah.
Had some great blocking.
Lawton High had that set up well. Eisenhower continued to pursue all the way down the field, though. They get him down inside. So Smith in the shotgun, 5 receivers on the field. Swing pass out to the right. That's caught. Upended. But not until he picks up the first down right at the 15 or at the 14-yard line. No, 1st and goal for Lawton High with 8:39 left here in the Muller Dentistry second quarter.
What a hit by the defender.
So again, trips to the right of Smith, a single receiver to his left. The give up the middle. Good blocking. Eisenhower trying to make the tackle before he could cross the goal line. And they're going to mark him down at the 1.
Did they even get set up before the flag came out?
I don't know. It was too late to have been called on the previous play. Seemingly way too early to have been called on the upcoming play. So I don't really know what's going on. But they're moving Lawton High back, so it was on the Wolverines.
Maybe a
5-yard variety.
Maybe a false start.
Could have been, yeah. Movement on the offensive line looks like what they called. That was Keyston Rosado for Lawton High, by the way, that took that all the way inside. So a late player onto the field for Eisenhower, out of position, and they threw it right where he was. Lawton High into the end zone for the touchdown. So that's Noah Smith.
Oh, another flag.
Aaron Anderson, number 9, the Lawton High receiver who caught the touchdown pass. And unsportsmanlike conduct against Lawton High. Look, let's be honest. These officials are not messing around tonight. They're not taking any guff from either team. You're better be on your best behavior while you're out there. I don't know if something was said or it was an action or what, but so I guess the touchdown does not count? No, touchdown does count. Scoreboard still shows 21. It should be 27. And they're on for the extra point. There we go. Unsportsmanlike conduct was after the play, so the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. And Dominguez again on for the extra point. Kick is up. And the big fella puts it right through again. Eisenhower almost blocked that one. But Adrian Dominguez for Lawton High knocks it through. So with 8:23 to go here in the Muller Dentistry second quarter, Eisenhower trails Lawton High 28-0. We'll be right back. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
What you looking at? Nothing.
They're searching for answers. It's time you start the conversation.
Can I talk to you about some stuff?
Find tips for talking with your kids about vaping at talkabouttobacco.com.
Welcome back to Cameron Stadium. Friday Night Lights edition of Eisenhower Lawton High on the Oklahoma Sports Network, along with JD, John Davis. My name is James Stanley. Happy to have you with us on this Friday. Opening week for both Lawton High and Eisenhower. And so far, Lawton High has looked pretty sharp. Eisenhower's had a little bit of success on the ground here and there, but haven't been able to sustain it. And so this their fifth drive. They'll take it. The up back will take it. He's going to cut back, and he's got a kickoff return out to the 45-yard line. So the short kicks are giving Eisenhower good field position. Let's see if they can take advantage of it on this drive. Oh, 8:18 remaining here in this Muller Dentistry second quarter. Again, Muller Dentistry is your hometown dentist, serving the dental needs of families since 2003. Go Eagles! Oh, there's the snap. Tellis Weaver up the middle. Keeps those legs churning. They're going to give him forward progress for 1 yard. So out to the 46-yard line, but that's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for Eisenhower as that clock moves. Going to be under 8 minutes here soon. Oh, Heron in the shotgun. Give to Weaver again off that tackle. And again, loss of 1 on the play, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles. And Maurice Mayfield was very candid this year. They want to be able to go downhill. They want to be aggressive at the point of attack. They want to run the ball up the middle, control the line of scrimmage. And at times they've done that tonight, JD, but Lawton High's, Eisenhower hasn't given him a ton of other things to look at. And so when when you're just running it, and they've had some success, with runs around the right side and the left side, but we'll see Heron attempt his first actual pass to a receiver so far, and that one was his second rather. He missed on the screen pass to Weaver. That one a little low and a little late, well defended by the Wolverines, so that's going to bring up another punting situation for Eisenhower. 6:51 remaining in the second quarter, 4th down and 10.
James, I was watching the quarterback throw the ball, and he's got to get his feet planted to make them passes.
Yeah. Jaden Adams back for the Wolverines. There's the kick. That much better for Eisenhower. There you go. And a great bounce. All the way back inside the 5. He picks it up at the 5-yard line. Heavily pursued, nowhere to go, and he makes a move and he gets out of it. How in the world did he get out of it? Down the sideline, he's got one man to beat. Being pursued, still on the move. Continues to go. Can anyone get him? And they finally drag him down at the 5-yard line. One of the more outstanding individual plays you will see. He was surrounded by 7 to 8 Eagles and somehow, like Houdini, popped out of that. Now there is a flag back at the 30-yard line. Is that a flag? Yes. It is a flag. So there, the officials are talking about it. Boy, I'll tell you what. Listen, as the Eisenhower broadcast team and, quite frankly, an Eisenhower fan, I hope that this is moved all the way back. But, boy, what a heck of a run by Adams.
That was a juke and move.
I mean, I absolutely have no idea how he got out of that. None. So the Eisenhower, obviously it's against Lawton High. Their whole entire operation has moved back to that side of the field. The chain gang is now running back, so block in the back, I'm assuming. No, they're going to call a hold. Listen, I don't know if that hold had anything to do with him getting out of that. I don't know if we have a replay or not, but wow.
I think the white hat had some face mask going on.
Well, he fielded that ball inside the 5-yard line, and I thought they were going to dump him at the 5. Eisenhower, great pursuit. They kept their edges. That was just a great individual effort by Jaden Adams, but now they're moving it way back.
That's a good thing for Eisenhower that they're moving that ball back. That could have That was wow.
So instead of having it, JD, at the Eisenhower 5, Lawton High now has it at their own 15. 6:20 left here in the second quarter. So there's a swing pass out to the aforementioned Jaden Adams. Not nearly as spectacular on that play as he picks up about 2 yards. Clock stop was 6:12 as Adams goes out of bounds.
You're seeing Lawton High do a lot of swing passes now.
So a gain of 2 on the play. That's going to be, well, they're going to call it 3. In motion goes Jerry Lewis. Swing pass out to the right side. And again, Lawton High just too many blocks downfield. And Ike just hasn't been able to pursue enough to cut those plays off tonight, JD.
They need to stop that swing pass. That's eating yards up for the Wolverines. And
it's been their bread and butter on offense so far. There's no question about it. So first down and 10, 5:55 left. Smith's going to look downfield this time. He's got a man right through the hands of DeAndre Williamson for Lawton High. He had it. Good pass by Smith, just couldn't corral it. Now, if I'm a betting man, JD, I think DeAndre Williams felt that Eisenhower defender coming. He kind of alligator armed that one a little bit.
You hear them footsteps
That's
coming.
right. Yeah. He was about to get popped if he'd have caught that. Second down and 10 for the Wolverines. The sun is completely down for the rest of the game. Lights are on. And the Eagles pursue on that, so they'll bring up a third down and about 6 or 7. No. Only 1 yard. So third down and 9. Boy, it'd be really, really big momentum for Eisenhower, JD, to get off the field on defense. It's something they haven't been able to do yet. So
I do agree with that.
Big confidence builder. Noah Smith's got it right over the middle. That's going to be a first down. Continues to move his feet, dragging Eisenhower defenders all the way up to the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. So Eisenhower unable to convert there and get Lawton High off the field. Noah Smith just continues to impress tonight. You can see what OU likes about him. Takes a snap in the shotgun. He drops back. He's going to run it. Eisenhower gets a hand on him, and they're going to dump him for a loss. Now, that's the first Eisenhower sack of the night.
Well, for a play that backed up, that went all the way to the Eisenhower 5-yard line, got backed up, and then Eisenhower's holding them to very few yards right now.
Yeah.
They're making Lawton High work for their whatever they get.
Clock nears 4 minutes. Second down and 11 from the 47 for Lawton High. Noah Smith back to pass. He's looking long. Launches one downfield. Way too long. Looked like the receiver kind of held up a little bit. And Smith threw that one a little bit to the inside. So good coverage by Eisenhower. It's going to bring up third down and long again. Now we'll see. Again, good chance to get him off the field. This is where Lawton High, JD's gotten really creative with their offense. That's when they're swinging it out to the right side and they've got blockers, or they're, misdirection with Noah Smith on a bootleg. They've come up with some interesting things to keep Eisenhower off balance. Let's see if we can get off the field. Boys in Columbia blue, let's go. And, okay, I thought that was a timeout signal, but that's just a Noah Smith signaling back to his sideline. Now here's Lawton High, 3rd and 11. Eisenhower's coming, and plays blown dead.
Did we get a false start?
Absolutely. Good call, my man. Now that's going to back them up 5, make it 3rd down and 16 for Lawton High. So we're ready to go. 3rd and 16, 3:59 left here in the Muller Dentistry second quarter. Inching towards halftime. Lawton High 28, Eisenhower nothing. Eisenhower brings some pressure, unable to get the pass complete. That's low. And Eisenhower holds. So short of Lawton High going for it right here on a 4th down and 16 from their own 41 up 28, which I would be shocked. And they are. They're going to punt. So Eisenhower's going to get the ball back. Big momentum build for the Eagles. There we go, boys. Way to go.
That was good pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, a little stunt inside, kind of a delayed, came around that left side right up the middle, and good coverage by the Eisenhower secondary. Noah Smith really didn't have a whole lot of places to throw the ball. Picked one at the very end, but threw it a little bit low, and Ike gets off the field, and they'll get the ball back with 3:53 left.
He had to throw on his back foot.
Yeah, depending on how good this punt is, Eisenhower might have pretty good field position again, and here we go with another penalty. Delay a game. So the play clock runs out on the Wolverines. Going to push them back 5 more yards. Going to make it 4th down and 21. Kind of an odd snap. Decent punt, though. Gets it back in the middle. Eisenhower's just going to let it go. Lawton High fields it right around the Eisenhower 37-yard line. So that's where Ike will take over. 3:45 left to play. Defenses and offenses make their way back onto the field. Boy, JD, I tell you what. Just anything right here before halftime to give these kids some confidence on offense would be fantastic.
Well, the defense went out there and did their job of holding Lawton High on a play that was weird to begin with. So let's see what their offense can do.
Two receivers left, one to the right. Tellis Weaver in motion. Heron swings it out to him again. The pass is low, and they're going to say that was a sideways pass. Oh, that could have been a disaster. That was awfully close to being a backwards pass, which would be considered a fumble. And Lawton High had 2 defenders right there ready to pounce on it. So they're going to give him – are they going to say he caught that? No, I guess they are. Well, I guess no fumble then, but 2nd and 12 as Eisenhower loses 2 yards. Maybe that might have been one Tellis Weaver just drops. Although, like I said, if it was a backwards pass, it would have been a fumble. Lawton High may have taken that back to the end zone. So we'll take a 2-yard loss, 3 minutes to go, and the refs blowing the whistles again. A lot of confusion from this crew tonight. Oh, they moved the football 2 yards up, I guess. not spotted on the correct yard line. Yeah. Okay. Not to pat myself on the back, but I mean, anybody could see that was an incomplete pass. I don't know. I don't know why they moved it back those 2 yards, but Tellis Weaver with the give up the middle.
You know, being an Eisenhower fan, you got to give it to the Wolverines for that great defense.
No, they played well. Listen, Eisenhower was gashing them, with some runs here and there in that first quarter, first couple drives, and Lawton High has since pretty well put the brakes on it. Ike just hasn't quite been able to kind of figure out that passing game. There's a deep pass. Let's see if we can complete that. Oh, can we get a flag there? Looked like contact early. They're going to say good defense. That was a great throw by Heron, and the receiver went up to make a great play. Just a good defensive play as well by the Lawton High defender. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 9. Eisenhower's going to punt it away. Only 2:08 remaining here in the second quarter. Well, again, officials blow the whistle. Looks like Lawton High called timeout. And that's, I believe, their second timeout. So we'll take it with them. This is Eisenhower football. When we come back, 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. This is the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
Welcome back to Eisenhower football as Eisenhower punts away. Again, fielded by Lawton High. This time, no Houdini-like escape. And so Lawton High will take over right about their 25-yard line. 24. 1:55 to go.
Eisenhower special teams did a great job covering that punt.
Yeah, it was a good kick. Didn't kick it right to him. Return man had to retreat over to his right, and by the time he looked up, you had several Eagles right down there in his face, and it's really important you don't over-pursue, and they didn't that time. So Adams almost made him pay. If it weren't for the penalty, it might be 35-0 Lawton High. But Eisenhower's bowed up on defense a little bit last couple drives, JD. Let's see if they can do it again right here. Love to at least go into the locker room at 28-0. There's a complete pass, and another move and a missed tackle from the Eagles. He's going to take it all the way out to the 44-yard line before he's taken down.
James, that guy almost dropped the ball.
Almost went through his hands. He secured it, so Noah Smith in the shotgun. Lawton High's got people switching around. 5 receivers on the field, bunch formation to your left. Smith in the shotgun. He's looking to run it himself. Doesn't have anywhere to go. Eisenhower's got him wrapped up, and he's going to lose a couple yards. So the first down carry for Noah Smith. Excellent penetration for Eisenhower. They get in there and create the sack their second of the game for the defense. They bring up 2nd and 12 for Lawton High.
And the Eisenhower defense swarmed him. He had no place to go.
Joseph Simpson, for Lawton High is wide to your left. 4 receivers on the field. Smith drops back. Now he's got some running room this time, looking for a place to go. He cuts it on the inside, makes a move. Going to pick up the first down before he gets out of bounds. Right at the marker, and they're going to give it to him. And that's going to be first and 10 for Lawton High, right around the 45-yard line. Flag on the play.
It's going to be a holding.
I think it's going to be on Lawton High. The body language from both teams is Lawton High moves backwards, telling me that one's coming back. So that's coming back a long way, all the way back to the 32-yard line. So a 10-yard penalty on a hold. So that negates that outstanding run from Noah Smith. So that's going to be a 2nd down and 23 now. 48 seconds left in the Muller Dentistry second quarter. Muller Dentistry is your hometown dentist, serving the dental needs of families since 2003. Dr. Muller says, "Go Eagles." And Joseph Simpson takes the snap at quarterback, and he's going to drop back and then just run it. He's off and running down the sideline, cuts it back inside across the 50. They're going to mark him out of bounds right at midfield. But that's going to be, well, not quite good enough, but it's going to make it 3rd and very manageable for Lawton High, but only 29 seconds left to go before halftime. The ball is on the 50-yard line. Eisenhower just has to hold on. They've made the last part of this second quarter very interesting. Bowed up on defense quite a bit, so Joseph Simpson again.
And what a hit.
What a wallop. Eisenhower sniffed that out. So Simpson laid that pass out. Yikes. Oh, boy. You can hear the Eisenhower coaches next door. They are not happy about that call at all. I don't know what happened. I mean, that looked like a great tackle. I don't know what. Are they going to call it? They're not going to call a hit to the helmet, are they? Are they going to call targeting on that? You got to be kidding me. I mean, that was just a really hard hit. This is football, guys.
From what it looked like here, he didn't hit him in the helmet. That was a clean hit.
Well, that's what they're calling. Wow. They did. JD called targeting. That is unbelievable. Wow. So it was a 15 for targeting and then 15 for unsportsmanlike conduct? Wow. That's a lot. Look at that. So the ball goes all the way from the 32 of Lawton High to the 22 of Eisenhower on a targeting call that was just a really great tackle by Eisenhower. That's not my favorite, but we'll move on. So Noah Smith back in at quarterback for the Wolverines. He breaks the tackle, gets up the middle, tries to break another one, but is brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And James, on that last penalty, I know we're going to move on, but on the last penalty, when the ref throws a flag that high in the air, you know something big's happening.
Yeah, that's true. It is, JD, that's a good point. It almost is. The higher the flag throw, the worse he thought it was. So clock is stopped. We'll keep it right here Well, it was stopped. Now it's running again. Down to 3, 2, and then 1. So we'll have to get it reset. But obviously there's time left. We have not reached the end of the second quarter. Don't miss the Point After podcast with host Eric Sherem, where he has weekly guests and talks everything sports. Search wherever you listen to podcasts, available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. So the Eagles trying desperately to keep the Wolverines out of the end zone. And I don't know how they're going to run a play with all zeros on the clock, but head coach Maurice Mayfield is trying to get an explanation of what's going on. So 16 seconds for Lawton High. 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Noah Smith in the shotgun with a running back to his right. Lawton High looking to put an exclamation point on the first half here in this drive. And swings it out to the right. Nobody around. And an athletic play into the end zone. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Wolverines. Oh, Noah Smith, another touchdown pass for Lawton High. And you can't help but think that would not have been the case had that targeting call not been made. But it was, and here comes Adrian Dominguez out to try and make it a 35-0 halftime lead for Lawton High, barring a touchdown kick return from Eisenhower, of course. That one, not a great kick, and that's no good. So the big man can't come through that time.
Well, James, I'm going to go back to what Coach Morris used to tell us all the time. There's still plenty of football.
Yeah, Eisenhower's got a lot to talk about offensively at halftime, but the defense has played a lot better during the second quarter. JD, I tell you what, let's go ahead and throw out that trivia question while we're waiting on the kickoff, and then the fans at home can see what they think and take halftime to make their guesses, and then we'll give you guys the answer in the third quarter.
Okay, today's trivia sponsor is by Comanche Home Center. With over 50 years of experience in the lumber industry, they provide all the building materials to do the job right the first time. Comanche County is your place for carpet one floor covering products for individual homes, builders, and commercial projects. So trust them for your next project at number 2 Southwest C Avenue, downtown Lawton. So tonight's trivia question will be, who leads the Lawton High Eisenhower rivalry series? Who leads the Lawton High Eisenhower rivalry series? James, do you know?
I just knew what the question was going to be. We'll have that answer for you sometime in the third quarter. And we thank Comanche Home Center for sponsoring being our trivia sponsor all season long right here on Eisenhower Football. 8 seconds to go. First down and 10. Ball on the Eisenhower 38-yard line. Do you just take an E and take it to the house, or try and do anything on offense, or just get in there and regroup? Okay. Consensus in the booth is you just take an E and regroup. All right, well, we'll see what they do. Maybe tell us Weaver up the middle here for... Now Rico Watkins out wide. Now they're going to try and do something with it. And complete pass. So now 2 seconds on the clock. Coming up at halftime, we'll also have the Eisenhower Eagle Band and potentially the Lawton High Band as well. So we'll keep you here for that or bring you back as soon as we take a break once they get ready to perform, and we'll let you enjoy that at halftime. And then we'll be back to for the keys to the second half and get you ready for the third quarter of this opening Lawton High Eisenhower game. 2026 will also get you some scores from around the state. All that coming up on the Home Tech Solutions halftime show. And they run a play, and there's a flag on that play. The first 2 or 3 drives were pretty crisp. And then after that, it's just, man, the refs have really become the show. And they threw the flag, but I guess that's going to be on Eisenhower, on Lawton High. So it's declined. Double zeros on the clock. Now it was on Eisenhower, and it's declined. Okay. So that'll do it. So at halftime, Eisenhower, nothing, Lawton High 34. Ike struggled a little bit to get things going in that second quarter on offense, but still, as JD mentioned, a lot of football left, but we'll take a timeout. And when we come back, we'll have the Home Tech Solutions halftime show. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
In the far corner of Southwest Oklahoma, you'll find a place that gives you the opportunity to pursue a degree while helping ease your mind when it comes to financial stress. Western Oklahoma State College offers a variety of options to fit your needs, both face-to-face and online. From managing a farm or ranch to saving lives as a registered nurse, Western will help turn your goals into your future. At Western Oklahoma State College, you are more than just a number. You are a member of the Pioneer family. Make Western your home away from home. Your degree is closer than you think.
Welcome to Toast and Jam. We're so happy to have you.
When storms hit Oklahoma, Liberty Roofing stands ready. As a veteran.
Welcome to Toast and Jam. We're so happy to have you.
When storms hit Oklahoma, Liberty Roofing stands ready. As a veteran-owned company, they believe in service, integrity, and doing the job right the first time. Whether it's shingles, metal, repairs, or full replacements, they protect what matters most, your home and your family. Call Liberty Roofing today and experience craftsmanship you can trust from people who proudly serve. Liberty Roofing. Give them a call for a free estimate today at 580-574-1543.
Take your drive and passion to the next level at SWOSU. More than 100 fields of study, including career-ready options in pharmacy, nursing, education, and hands-on with engineering technology. Scholarships, tutoring, and advising, along with professors who know your name. At SWOSU, we have your back. Scan the QR code or visit swosu.edu. Find your program. Find your people. Go Dogs!
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's halftime.
They are under the direction of Amber Bain and Taylor Burke. Performing their camp routine, please put your hands together for the Eisenhower Palm Team.
Eisenhower Palm Team about to perform, and so we'll leave it right here and let you guys enjoy the halftime festivities. So after Palm, you'll have the bands, and halftime brought to you by Home Tech Solutions.
Arvest Bank. We believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank. We believe.
Arrow Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's the Home Tech Solutions halftime show. Home Tech Solutions, your HVAC and electrical experts with over 30 years experience. Locally owned and operated. Make sure you ask about their HVAC fall inspection. It's free. Give them a call at 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328 for their free fall inspections. Home Tech Solutions, halftime show sponsor. JD, I see improvement from Eisenhower from last year. There's no question about it. They know what they're doing out there. They might be some players short at this time, of getting what Mo needs to, get things turned around. But at the same time, move the ball a little bit on the ground, in the first quarter. Had some good things going. A couple penalties kind of sidelined those efforts. And at the end of the day, let's give credit to Lawton High. They've got some really good players. They've got an excellent quarterback who's on his way to the University of Oklahoma. Really good receivers out on the perimeter. They've got a lot of team speed. And Eisenhower, I don't think they're quite developed enough offensively to do enough to kind of move Lawton High off their scent. So they're kind of crashing the line and kind of keeping Eisenhower from doing what they need to do on offense.
I agree. And, let's give props to the defense. I mean, their defense is keeping them, I'm going to say in the game.
Yeah.
Per se. But Eisenhower, I don't know what Coach Mo's got up his sleeve for the second half, but I'm sure he's got to make some adjustments. And, you can't keep running the ball because then you become a one-dimensional team. And you just can't have that. Coach Mo, I know for a fact, is a great coach, and I'm sure he'll make great adjustments to what's going on.
Yeah, if they're going to, they dropped back into some pass plays, towards the end of the second half and made a change at quarterback, bringing in Santiago, number 15. So we'll see if they stick with that in the second half. So Eisenhower's going to kick the ball. Lawton High is going to receive. So just like it was important for, Eisenhower to, listen, that targeting call really set Eisenhower's defense back. They were playing really well. I don't really want to – you can't really blame the Eisenhower defense for Lawton High scoring on that last possession. I mean, they basically got about what looked to be like about 55 yards of penalties.
And there again, like I said, their defense playing great ball, keeping Lawton High to 35 points. Hey, there's something to be said. It would have been worse last year. But – in the long run, when they got that penalty call for the targeting, that took some wind out of their sails. That momentum, that was a momentum bummer.
Yeah. No, it was. It absolutely was. So 34-0 is the score. 45 seconds left before we get things kicked off again. Eisenhower's going to be kicking off to Lawton High. So Again, want to thank Home Tech Solutions for being our halftime show sponsor all year long. Again, give them a call, 580-919-0328. Make sure you ask about their free fall inspections. It's free. Come out and get your AC checked out. It's the perfect time to do it because not only, you say, well, summer's over. What are we getting? You're going to have to be turning your heat on eventually. Not too much around here, but at least you know you'll be all set up and ready to go if and when you got to crank that heat on, although I don't think anybody around here wants to think about cranking the heat on anytime soon right now.
And they got to change their filters. So
yeah, exactly.
They'll come out there and change your filters. Hey, what he said, it's free. That's a big word in my book, free.
There you go. Absolutely. I think that's a big word in anybody's book. So, also want to remind you guys, we'd also like to thank all of our advertisers for their support. We couldn't do what we do without them here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And so, anytime you can, please make sure you support those local advertisers and tell them OSN sent you, okay? That's a big deal. We rely on our advertisers. Obviously, we think we give them pretty good bang for their buck, for people watching our network. But we also would love to see our fans get out there and support those who support high school athletics as well. So we thank our advertisers and certainly thank those of you fans who support them on a daily basis. So about to start the third quarter.
It's going to be kind of interesting to see what adjustments Coach Mo did make.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch it.
Third quarter brought to you by Lawton Firefighters Association, proudly supporting the community they serve every day. That's the Lawton Firefighters Association. Third quarter sponsor tonight. Looks like we're about ready to get kicked off again. And the third quarter is underway, so Eisenhower booms that one pretty deep. Lawton High coming up to grab it. It's going to bounce. Takes a weird hop. Runs right by an Eisenhower defender, cuts it up the middle, and then taken down hard right at the 30-yard line. So good pursuit by the Eagles. Looked like it could have been ugly. Or dangerous, however you want to put it, Lawton High.
And that's what I like to see from the Eisenhower defense.
That was Aaron Anderson on the return for Lawton High. And so first down at 10, 11:53 to go here in the third quarter. Just underway. Happy to have you with us. It's Lawton High Eisenhower. It's Cameron Stadium. Must be the first game of the year here in Lawton. MacArthur played last night. Lost to Weatherford 40-17. A couple injuries in their backfield that made things tough for them on offense. So good pursuit from the Eagles defense right there. No gain for Lawton High. Going to bring up second down and 10 from the 29.
Little screen pass out there that Eisenhower sniffed it out pretty good and gave him a little loss there, didn't he?
Just no gain, I think. Second and 10. Shotgun snap for Smith. There's the give around the left side. He's got a hole. There's a flag down in the backfield. He's going to drag a couple Eisenhower defenders for about 7 yards out to the 35-yard line, but I'm betting that this one's going to come back.
It's probably going to be a holding against the Wolverines.
Costin, the ball carrier. Flag is against Lawton High, so it's going to be a hold. So that's going to move them back 10 yards. Going to make it second down and 20. Going to place the ball on the 19-yard line. Holding penalties, we know, at every level, whether you're coaching sixth graders or you're coaching in the NFL, can be drive killers. Let's see if Eisenhower can take advantage of that right here. Eisenhower showing pressure. Smith's got it. Eisenhower does bring the pressure. They float a screen pass out. Can he get off the block? He cannot. Tries to cut between the defenders. And Eisenhower just over pursues. Lawton High makes him pay all the way down to the 46-yard line of Eisenhower. So On a 2nd down and 20 from their own 19, Lawton High shoots it all the way into Eisenhower territory. Now Aaron Anderson for Lawton High runs on late, number 9. There's Noah Smith, hits the screen, or the slant right over the middle. DeAndre Williamson takes it all the way inside the 25-yard line down to the 23. Another first down for the Wolverines. That pass right on the money, JD, from Noah Smith.
The receiver had to do a perfect route for the quarterback to drop back and hit him right on target.
Eisenhower defender was right with the receiver, just unable to bring him down when he caught it. And then, trying to knock the ball free, but then you got to make sure you make the tackle because yards after catch can be a killer. Oh, there's the give and a fumble. Lawton High jumps on it, I believe, but a great tackle by Eisenhower. Great pursuit. Jars the ball loose, but the Wolverines aware, and they pounce on it, but it's a loss of 3. Going to bring up 2nd down at 13.
I think the Eisenhower defender knocked it out of his hand.
Almost simultaneously as he got the ball. He was in the backfield that fast. Noah Smith checking the play. Another delay of game on Eisenhower. So Lawton High, JD, does that thing where they come up to the line like they're going to run the play, and then they kind of look and see what the defense is, and then they step back, and then they look over to the sideline. But that's the second time tonight they've got caught with a delay of game doing that.
You're right, and I think they're trying to draw Eisenhower off sides with it. So
pass complete over to the right. Dragged out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. They get some of that back. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
Well, there's a reason why OU wants this quarterback. I mean, he's throwing the ball right on the money. You could be on him all day, but he's hitting them.
And there's a great example of that again. Wide open out in the flat, just losing defenders. Eisenhower not aware of where they are, and he's fighting and fighting and fighting, and he is into the end zone. They're going to give him the touchdown. And so Lawton High continues to pour it on offense, just misdirection, and Eisenhower not prepared that time. Didn't have anybody on that left side. He didn't get contacted until he was at the 5-yard line. So another aggressive play from Lawton High, and Eisenhower get the ball back for the first time this half. We'll see what they can do with it. So they go for 2 and convert, does Lawton High. So that makes it an even 42-0. That's our score. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back. This is Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Welcome back to Eisenhower football. As Lawton High punches it in on their first possession of the second half. We'll see if Eisenhower can get on the board for the first time tonight. 8:33 left. Lawton Firefighters Association third quarter. Ball goes right through the legs of the return man. And he just is going to jump on it. So that's not what you want. Going to be starting inside the 10-yard line.
And that's really the first time tonight that Eisenhower's really been back that far.
Yeah. They've had really good field position all night long.
I think their average yard is 37.
Yeah. Kickoffs have been short. Punts haven't been especially long. And, yeah, you're right. This is by far and away the worst starting field position they've had the entire game. Not a good time for it as you're trailing by a good amount of points, and you need to score quickly, so they're going to have to go about 94 yards to get to the end zone here. But, JD, as you mentioned, we'll see what they've got in store for us here. On offense, maybe a little bit more passing attack. Who knows? To give up the middle. Gets out to around the 10-yard line.
Was it a gain of 3?
Three yards up to the 9. The second down and 7. Now Weaver in the backfield. To the quarterback's left. Trips to the right. There's a pass fired out to the right side. The receiver wasn't ready for that. I don't think he thought the ball was coming his way. Now the seniors down there for Eisenhower having some fun, despite the score. Listen, I know from experience it's no fun to lose to Lawton High your senior year. It sure as heck isn't fun to lose to them twice, which is what happened my senior year. A beat in the regular season, and then we played them in the first round of the playoffs and lost an absolute heartbreaker. Oh, almost intercepted. Lawton High linebacker was right there.
I think my senior
That was Braylon Williams who almost intercepted that for Lawton High.
I think my senior year we got beat 49-0.
Yeah, well. Speaking of which, how about we get an answer to that trivia question?
All right. So the question was, who leads the Lawton High-Eisenhower rivalry? Well, your answer is Lawton High leads the series 37-28.
37-28. 9 more. And they've also been a school a heck of a lot longer. Now, granted, they can't. Obviously, that's not a that's not a reason that they would be leading the series against Eisenhower. But I'm just saying they had a head start. Is all I mean.
They had a head start.
I'd like to know. You know what I'd like to know, and maybe we can research this and have an answer for it next week. I'd like to know. So Eisenhower's what? 1964 when they opened.
Yes.
Okay. So from 64 to 74, I'd like to know what the series score was the first 10 years. You know what I mean?
That'd be a good trivia.
It's like Lawton High already had a team, like moving along, right? They got your feeder system coming from the junior high,
Right.
et cetera. So then they move. Then all of a sudden Eisenhower just opens, right? They open the doors, and they just had to build a football team from scratch. That first, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
That's what I mean when I say they had a head start. Obviously not in the 37-28, but I'd like to know how many games Eisenhower won in that first 10-year stretch. I'm sure that's something that we could get the answer to. So we'll have trivia for you each and every week, brought to you by Comanche Home Center. With over 50 years experience in the lumber industry, they provide all the building materials to do the job right the first time. Comanche Home Center is your place for Carpet One floor covering products for individuals, builders, or commercial products. Trust them for your next project. Number 2 Southwest C Avenue is where you can find them, downtown Lawton. Ace is the place. Our trivia sponsor all year long on Eisenhower football, Comanche Home Center. So after the penalty, Ike's moved back. Safety on the play, so now 44-0, Lawton High. So Eisenhower will free kick to the Wolverines, who should probably end up with pretty darn good field position themselves. And this, JD, is really, really, really the important key point of the game for Coach Maurice Mayfield, where, listen, I'm well aware of what the score is. And so when I say this, don't laugh, but you don't want to let it get out of hand.
You're right. And
I mean, this is not what Eisenhower wanted tonight for sure, but they've done some decent things. They've, the defense has stepped up and made some plays. They've gotten some stops on certain possessions, but, that wasn't the best offensive series. It started off with a big-time mistake on the kickoff return. Let's see if they can get Lawton High corralled here. They do. So Lawton High will take over in Eisenhower territory right around the 47-yard line. But you see what I'm saying. The point I'm making. You just don't let Lawton High just drive right down in 3 plays, score here. And then you turn the ball over and they, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, it's, you don't like getting beat bad.
Right.
But, there's a point of bad and then there's a point of, whoa, man. And that's where Eisenhower found themselves a lot last year.
And if regardless of what happens on this game, they can always chalk it up as a learning experience.
Well, sure. I mean, listen, you would think and expect, knowing Coach Mo like we do, that some of the mistakes that Eisenhower's made tonight will not be made next week against MacArthur. So just keep playing hard, keep doing what you do, put yourself in a position to be successful. First down and 10 from the Eisenhower 47. Noah Smith still in at quarterback for Eisenhower. He's in the shotgun. Actually, no, that was Joseph Simpson that takes it, and that one sniffed out well by Eisenhower. There you go. So absolutely no gain on that play. Good side-to-side pursuit for the Eagles defense.
Great defense. Great defense. I'm loving it.
Philip Busher for Eisenhower in on the tackle there. Fantastic pursuit, young man. Let's do it again right here. Second down and 10. Ball on the 47, still 6:50 to go here in the Lawton Firefighters third quarter. This is Eisenhower football. You're watching the Oklahoma Sports Network. Happy to have you with us from Cameron Stadium this Friday night. They fake the give. Simpson does. Now he's going to take it right up the middle. He's going to be close to a first down. Depends on where they spot him. They're going to say he's down at the 39-yard line, so he's going to be about 2 yards short. But again, that misdirection, JD, where they fake the handoff, and then,
Well, Eisenhower's biting on it, and they're disguising it pretty well.
Yeah. Now, you don't expect Simpson, number 4, when he's taking snaps, you don't expect him really to throw the ball. So if you're Eisenhower, you just got to keep contained, and you can't get beat right up the middle. The linebackers have got to hit their gaps, and they've got to pursue. And there's the jet sweep around the end. Good tackle, but it's not going to be enough to keep him from getting the first down.
And throughout the game, James, you've seen Lawton High do a lot of swing passes, a lot of running up the middle.
Yeah.
And so once, they've opened up and established their game, so now they're just, quarterback draw and everything else.
Yeah, they've got him off balance. 5:28 left here in the third quarter. That was Jerry Lewis on that sweep around the left side for the first down. So first and 10. Ball on the 29 of the Eagles. There's Simpson takes the carry again. That one's right up the gut. And he's going to get dragged down just shy of the goal line, not until he reaches the 1 yard line. Was that Rosado, Keaston Rosado on that carry? I think number 3. Yeah, it was. Good run by that young man. He just ran it right up the middle. They did exactly what we said they couldn't do. And there's the give again. They're going to keep it around the side, and Simpson's going to cruise in for the touchdown. So Noah Smith likely not going to see any more action tonight for Lawton High. I think he's probably done, but doesn't seem to hurt the Wolverines on that drive. And it's an even 50-0. Again, if you're Ike, you can't get down. You got to keep playing hard. I think a success would be, let's drive down. Let's get some points somehow, some way, right? Let's get a touchdown, even a field goal. You don't want to. No fun to go to the locker room after the fourth quarter with a 0 next to your name. So, and they've got plenty of time to do that.
Well, even 3 points would motivate them a little bit more.
It's a successful scoring drive. Two-point conversion. 2 points conversion. Good, excuse me. That's what I was trying to say. Words are hard. For Lawton High, we'll take a timeout. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Welcome back. Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. John Davis, our man JD, along with James Stanley and the crew. Tough one for the Eagles so far. We're looking for a scoring drive right here in the third quarter. 4:55 remaining. Lawton High gets ready to kick off.
I have faith in my Eagles. I think they're going to do it this drive.
Okay. Listen, it starts with a great kickoff return. Let's get some good field position, and we go from there. There you go. All right, off the hop. Good run, right up the middle. There you go. Feet churning. Continues to move that pile. He's not going to go down, and he's out across the 45-yard line. So there you go, JD. Almost, I think, the best field position of the night for a starting drive. So,
and they've been starting at the 37, so this is positive yards.
Absolutely.
We're still off the air.
Nope, we're on. 4:44 left here in this third quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the 45. Now, JD, if you're Lawton High, the last thing you want to do is give up your shutout, right? You don't want to looking to shut out your rival, and boy, I'll tell you what. Man, whatever play Lawton High or Eisenhower thought they were going to run, I think Lawton High had the same idea. Not the way you want to start the drive. That's going to be a big-time loss back inside the 40, so loss of 7, going to bring up 2nd down at 17. O'Haron back in at quarterback, number 12 for Eisenhower in the shotgun. Takes the snap. There's the give right up the middle, and that's going nowhere. I mean, at this point, Eisenhower is basically just telling Lawton High what they're going to do. So, and probably some running of the mouse there. That's either going to really hurt Ike or could give him a first down. We'll see. I didn't see any physical action there, but
maybe an unsportsman.
Yeah, somebody said something. Eisenhower saying it's on Lawton High. Personal foul on Lawton High. It's exactly what it is. So that's going to be a first down for Eisenhower, 15 yards and an automatic first down, so we'll take it. Ball all the way up to the 50-yard line. And we'll try this again.
It's a lucky break for the Eagles.
Well, I got to be honest with you, JD. I think we deserve it. Had some unlucky ones tonight, so I'm not depressed that something is going our way. Well, that is an interesting call. Cameraman extraordinaire Jason Scott just brought up a good point on a personal foul. Now, it was 2nd down and 17. I thought, am I wrong that personal foul? I thought it was an automatic first down. Maybe not at the high school level. Is that? I guess so. Having said that, now that was a 3rd down and 2, which makes it now after. Yeah, I've been relying on the scoreboard up here. I don't know if I can continue to do that. I don't have any idea. I don't understand how you can. What we got to do is figure out, the officials do, is at an automatic first down when you get a personal foul. Like, what are we doing? That should have been 1st down and 10 from the 50. And now they're calling a delay of game on Eisenhower, so I guess that isn't the case. Okay. Either way, it's 4th down 11. Eisenhower's going to punt. And that's the best one of the night. It's not close. That is phenomenal. Out of bounds at the 10-yard line. What a punt from Ike. That's going to pin Lawton High deep. I mean, that wasn't just high and far. That was, I mean, he's accurate. I mean, he took a straight bounce right on the sideline and then just cruised out of bounds at the 10.
Is that about a 50-yard punt?
Absolutely. Not your favorite thing if, you know, one of the most excited we've been tonight is on a punt. But, hey, small victories, and we'll take what we can get. So we're just looking for good plays at this point, and that was one of them.
Well, you know, a 50-yard punt from a high school player, not bad.
It's not. .225 left here in the 3rd quarter. Clock is on the move. And then now the clock is stopped. A penalty on Lawton High. Or excuse me, timeout. Lawton High, not penalty. Eisenhower still has all 3 of their timeouts here in the second half. So we're ready to go. 1st and 10 for Lawton High at the 10-yard line. Simpson in motion. Noah Smith back in the game, so I was wrong about that. They give it to Simpson. He gets decked at the 11-yard line after a short pickup. Nice pursuit by the Eagle defense.
And like the Eisenhower defense has been playing relatively great all night.
Yeah, they've given up some plays here and there, some big plays, but I mean they've done a decent job at times of pursuing and running after the ball. They played hard, you could say that for sure. Smith takes the shotgun snap. He looks over the middle, fires to Simpson. Simpson's got it. Can't break the tackle, but a good catch nonetheless out to the 33-yard line. So Lawton High gets out of the shadow of their own end zone, moving towards Eisenhower territory as we cruise towards the end of this third quarter, under a minute 30 to go.
And that was a shoestring tackle.
Yeah, he misses that. We're still watching Simpson run into the end zone right now. There's no question about that. Smith fakes it. Another jet pass inside, and look at the speed of Lawton High right there, and there is no catching him. There is a flag down right at the 33-yard line.
Think maybe a holding, maybe an illegal block.
Could have been something maybe to spring him that wide open, although that was a pretty good individual effort by Lawton High there, or by the Lawton High receiver, I mean. Well, they're bringing him back, so I think this is, again, JD, going to be on Lawton High, so another huge play wiped out by a penalty. And I'll tell you what, Coach Lorenzo Williams for Lawton High, I mean, it's hard to look at the scoreboard and be upset, but despite the win tonight for Lawton High, they're going to have – it's one of those perfect storms for a coach, you know what I mean? You have a big win, but at the same time, there's lots of things you can work on and lots of things you can tell your kids, hey, we got to get way better at this,
and I
or
think
we're not going to be nearly as good as we think we are.
And I think both coaches are going to look at a lot of game film and pick the do's and don'ts of the game and really work on them.
Yeah. Well, really for Lawton High, I mean, it's just been the penalties. I mean, they've been absolutely decimated by penalties. Just brought back a lot of big-time scoring plays. Those second down at 20. They'll run it right up the middle. And to get a little bit of that back, almost out to the original line of scrimmage. So third down at 10. As the Lawton Firefighters Association third quarter comes to a close, proudly supporting the community they serve every day, the Lawton Firefighters Association. So that's the end of the third quarter. We'll take a timeout. Be right back for the fourth and final stanza here in this Lawton High Eisenhower battle, 37-28 over the course of history for Lawton High. Looking like it's going to be 38-28 after tonight. But we'll take a timeout. This is Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We were talking pep rallies in the break, and does school still have them? I was reliably informed that they do, so that's good. Dressed up as Ace Ventura for one of my Eisenhower pep rallies when I was a senior, and hunted down the stuffed animal Wolverine and beat it to a pulp at mid-court in the gym. So that was a fun memory, but Eisenhower trails. Even 12 minutes left. About to start this fourth quarter. Brought to you by Nancy Holcomb, your State Farm insurance agent. For over 33 years, State Farm agent and Eisenhower grad, Nancy Holcomb has been providing the Lawton community with auto, home, and life insurance policies that are tailored to your family's needs. Someone is always available in the office and ready to take your call at 580-536-5050. Or stop by and see Nancy and her team at 67th and Gore. It's the building with the 3 flagpoles right off the corner.
Right.
You know.
And just another delay of game.
Well, 3rd and 16 for Lawton High. And there's the give up the middle. Slowed down just a little bit in time for the pursuit, and they do. They grab him and bring him down. Oh, that's going to bring up a 4th down. So after the huge holding call, which brought back almost a 70-yard touchdown pass, are they going to go for it on 4th and 11? Wow. Okay. Offense substitutes, so you got to give the defense time to get their subs on and off. Here we go. Oh, that's the pooch punt. There you go. Good call, Jason. And it takes a Lawton High bounce inside the 30-yard line. It's going to start rolling sideways, and they'll kill it at the 28. So that's where the Eagles will take over. Clock moving, 10:52 to go. 1st and 10 for Eisenhower at their own 28-yard line. Come on, Eagles. Let's go get something right here. Here we go. This is the time. This is the drive.
I think that's what we need, a little bit of smoke on the water by the band to pep them up.
There you go. UConn, give you some scores from around the state that are relevant to Eisenhower. UConn 37, Putnam City 7, so Putnam City a future Eisenhower opponent this year. Mustang over Choctaw at the moment, 24-7. Number 6, Edmond Memorial 28, Piedmont number 7, 15, so pretty good game there in the fourth quarter. Speaking of pretty good games, that was a pretty good gain by Eisenhower.
That was a perfect pass over the middle.
Am I first completed pass of the night? I'm not crazy, right? There you go.
I think so.
Hey, it's never too late to start completing passes. I love it. There's another one. Oh! They're going to say he never had it. He was bobbling it. Now, that was as close as you can get. I don't know that he ever had control of it, but he definitely was starting to take steps. That might have been a tough call. I feel like he caught it, took a couple steps, and got popped, and he dropped. That's it. Well, again, we'll take the break, no question.
Remember the targeting call?
That's true. I do remember that. You know what? I don't feel bad about that at all now. I wasn't targeting earlier. Right. So I don't feel bad about that one. Bishop McGinnis absolutely pounding Putnam City North, another future opponent of the Eagles this year, 66-13.
Did I hear you mention Choctaw?
I did. They're behind.
That's one of our opponents.
Yes, it is.
I think that's the
See if
last
I can
game
get
of the
back to
season.
that one. Yeah, Mustang is 24-7 at Choctaw. And here's an OSN score. Great game at Carl Albert. Newcastle 21, Carl Albert 28. There is a pass wide. Oh! Oh, boy. Well, listen, I mean, there's not a person in the stadium that feels worse than that young man right now, so nothing much to say about it. Great pass, great route, just got a little off balance. And
The coach needs to just look at that young man, pat him, and say, hey, man, next time.
Yep. Dexter Jackson, intended receiver on that play. Eisenhower's going to punt here. Need good protection. Looked like they left a little early, did Lawton High, but Eisenhower gets it away. That's going to be a funny hop and fielded. Good pursuit by Eisenhower. Can't make the tackle originally. And now they're going to gang tackle him at the 35.
And you know what, James? That was some positive playing by Eisenhower. At least it's showing that, some positivity coming out of their offense. So they're coming alive a little bit.
It's a great play. That's a great pass play. I mean, great route. He just, like I said, just got a little off balance and was already going to the ground whenever the ball got there and couldn't quite hold on to it. The Battle of Norman. Norman North 31, Norman High 11, which is a shocker. Norman High ranked 5th in 6A2. Norman North on him by 20. Continue to keep you updated on some scores as they come through. Cash Bulldogs 45, Noble 6. How about that? The Cash Bulldogs. And I will tell you this, if you're watching, we've got a couple games this year that are not on the same night as Cash. Cash has a wide receiver named Kenyon Sweat that's being recruited by a lot of the big teams. Michigan got an offer. Wow. Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Iowa State, Tennessee. Georgia's looking at him.
Wow.
It's a big deal. Can't wait to see the stats on that tomorrow. Also, by the way, on our social media, if you follow us on Facebook, you follow us on Instagram, on X, every late Friday night or early Saturday morning, just by when we can get it all compiled, because they don't put out a Saturday morning paper anymore. So you're looking to go get some box scores, looking to go get some high school scores from all the OSN schools and then additional schools around in our part of the Southwest Oklahoma, some of the smaller area schools. We put out what's called the final score. So follow us on social media. Go follow us right now on X, Instagram, Facebook, etc.
Yeah, you're getting back.
See the scores right there.
You're getting back to talking about, Cash getting picked up by, player from Cash getting picked up by Michigan and stuff. Back in the day, back in OU and stuff, they were always recruiting people from Texas. Nowadays, they're coming to Lawton, Oklahoma, getting a lot of our good athletes here.
Yeah, it's been a while since Lawton's had a recruit of that kind of, getting that much attention. Alta 6 at Duncan 21. Well, that's going to bring up 4th down for Lawton High. 4th and 3. Ball on their own 42-yard line. 3:17 left here in the Nancy Holcomb State Farm 4th quarter. Give her a call, 580-536-5050, or stop by and see Nancy and her team at 67th and Gore, the building with the 3 flagpoles just north of that subway there. Lawton High is going to go for it. They're going to toss a little pass over the outside, almost picked off by the Eagles. Knocked out of bounds, but Eisenhower is going to take over in Lawton High territory. So Nancy, for over 33 years as a State Farm agent and an Eisenhower graduate, been providing the Lawton community with auto, home, and life insurance policies that are tailored to fit your family's needs. Someone is always available in the office and ready to take your call. Again, at 580-536-5050, or stop in and see her. 67th and Gore, the building with the 3 flagpoles, and we appreciate Nancy. Loves Eisenhower football. We had a great conversation a couple weeks ago. Big OU fan, big Eisenhower fan. But we got along just fine, JD.
Well, any Eisenhower fan could get along pretty good with anybody.
That's right. Especially with us, right?
Exactly.
Marlowe, the Outlaws, just over there, a little bit north of Duncan, 39-6 over Millwood. Eisenhower on the move. There's a completed pass. Trying to get up the field there, hold on to the ball, and they do. So a gain of about 6 on that play. Going to bring up 2nd down and right about 4. Or they're going to call it 5. The ball down at the 37-yard line. That's where they'll spot it.
I really would like to see a score from Eisenhower about this time.
Yeah, you got 118. You're running out of time. You got to really put the pedal down right here if you want to get in the end zone or at least try a field goal or something. I doubt they'd settle for a field goal, but there's another swing pass out. Let's see if he can get a block. He does. Out to the outside. Big hit by the Wolverines. Knocks him out of bounds, but that, well, they're not going to stop the clock. They've been on a running clock most of the 4th quarter, so it wouldn't really be fair to stop it now. But Eisenhower's going to do all they can to see if they can put some points on the board. They've got about 35 seconds left whenever they snap it. That one's deep. Down the sideline. Up. There's a battle for it. And incomplete. You got to hurry up, kid. You got to hurry up and get back to the line. We got another play or two we can run. It looks like they might just be satisfied to let the clock run out. And they're going to call the game. So that's it. Oh, they call a timeout. Okay. No, Eisenhower uses one of their timeouts. They've still got 2 remaining. I'm not sure why they waited until 6 seconds to do it, but you could have called it with about 19 seconds left. That would have been good.
Well, Eisenhower's going to go down fighting. So,
absolutely. Look, we mentioned it earlier, Maurice I said it in the open, in my intro. He knows he's got a lot of work to do. Nobody thought this was just going to be, it's Maurice and he's going to come in and it's going to be an overnight, an overnight turnaround. That's not how it's going to be. But nonetheless, I think he's the right man for the job. And you could just tell tonight the kids fought in the 1st quarter, just like they're fighting right now in the 4th quarter. And that's all. I'm just going to leave it right there. That's what you want to see. So 6 seconds left in this Nancy Holcomb State Farm Insurance Agency 4th quarter. He's going to throw the ball up, no good, and that'll do it. So that's going to be your ball game. As JD mentioned, Eisenhower does go down. Not only do they go down fighting, they go down throwing the ball and trying to score. Couldn't quite get it done. Tough one for the Eagles tonight, but Lawton High looks to be a very good team. JD, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do the rest of the year. So a non-district game for Eisenhower, so doesn't hurt their playoff chances, right? And we can still talk about playoff chances, and 6A2 is a little thin when it comes to playoff caliber teams. So 6A is very top-heavy, and those teams are mostly in 6A1. But we will take a quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up right after this, do a little post-game show, and we'll go over the scoreboard, or excuse me, not the scoreboard, what word am I looking for?
Player of the game.
No, we'll do that. We'll do that for sure. Schedule. That's what I was looking for. We'll go over the schedule for Eisenhower. Sorry about that. A complete brain meltdown, but that's okay. Final score, Lawton High 52, Eisenhower nothing. This has been Eisenhower Football. We'll be right back. It's the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Welcome back to Eisenhower Football as we wrap things up. JD, tough one tonight, obviously, as you can see right there on the score. But listen, Eisenhower hung in there, as we mentioned, made some good plays on defense, had some success in the first half running the football, and they kind of opened it up in the second half throwing the football. I think that they can maybe put those things together next week and maybe combine them. We'll see if we can have a little bit of success. So MacArthur, also really good opponent. I think that MacArthur and Lawton High game is going to be really interesting. I got to be honest, from what I saw last night, Weatherford's a good team, and Mac did have some injuries in the backfield last night to their running backs, but we'll see. That's going to be a great game in a couple weeks between those two, one that I'll surely be paying attention to. But we roll back here to Cameron next Friday for the Highlanders as they come a-calling. We will be the road team. So if you're headed out here to Cameron Stadium, you'll be on the visitors' side. And then the following week will be over in Duncan. Yeah. Got a trip to Duncan. I don't think I've been last week. Now, for a high school game. Last week I went. My son played. I told you over there at Duncan. But I haven't been. It's been a long time since I've been to Duncan. So.
Yeah, Halliburton Stadium's a pretty tough place to play. But, always some good football in that stadium.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sure Duncan's going to have a pretty good team. They're having a little battle with Altus tonight, who, Altus was great last year. Obviously, as we mentioned in the pregame, they lose their quarterback, but Jamin Rebitu Jones. But we'll see. We will see. So you're looking on your schedule right there. That's what we've got coming up. Schedule sponsor brought to you by the Orchard Group by Morgan Stanley. The key to your financial success is taking care of your family tree. For more info, please visit their team website or call 580-354-7475. That's Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. So we head to Altus after that. So we could stop there tonight. We don't have to go through the whole thing. You can see it. I am really, really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that Norman home game. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of friends from Norman, a lot of friends from Norman High, and we'll see. That should be it didn't look particularly great against Norman North tonight, at least so far, 31-11.
And if I'm not mistaken, Norman has to be here. We're home.
Yeah, no, that's a home game. Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm glad they're coming here. We'll make sure we get that updated for you next week. As I mentioned, some of the games that it says home in blue, but those are actually road games. We've got 4 straight road games starting next week. And then we turn around and 4 out of our last 5 at home. So kind of an odd schedule, but not too bad. We traveled to Putnam City twice, and then we got Duncan and Altus, and that's it. So
then we're here at Cameron.
Yeah, then we're pretty much here at Cameron. So not going to be a bad deal. Listen, thank you guys, everybody, for the crew tonight, for Braden, for Jason. JD, great to have you. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports